Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Teal House Farm. My name's Laura. I'm a mom of 6 kids under 10 years old, and today we are doing something I never thought I would ever do, going to be sending a kid to school, public school. And me, 3 or 4 years ago, would have thought that that was absolutely crazy. I was going to have a big family and I was going to homeschool them all. But one thing that I've learned a lot over the last couple of years in this journey of raising a child with special considerations is that a lot of times our own prejudices or stigmas against things out there in the community or medical field can be the very thing that prevents our child from getting the very best of care. So today, we're going to do something that I never thought we would ever do, and I am so excited because I think it is the very best opportunity for our daughter.
But I haven't done my hair yet.
You haven't done your hair yet? Today is a big day.
It is.
It is a big day. So Annie is 6, and so we homeschool everybody. Most of you already know that, right? And you also all really mostly know that Annie's got some special needs, some physical differences and learning disabilities, and we've decided, while we still want to homeschool her, that we are going to send her to school for services. And we're very fortunate that in Missouri, where we live, homeschoolers are considered the same as private schoolers, which means they are legally entitled to any services they would receive if they went to public school. So this has taken like 6 months to set up, and part of that was because the people in our school district said they've never actually had somebody try to implement this rule. So it's a small district, but it's not tiny.
A homeschooler.
They've never had a homeschooler try to implement this rule, this law that's been in place probably for 20 years. Maybe longer than that. And so there's
I don't know.
It just took a little bit longer. And also there was the summer in the middle, and so nobody was at school, so we had to wait on some of the testing. But we finally have it all set up.
They put Annie through the ringer.
They put her through the ringer. We have taken her to school probably 6 or 7 times over the summer and in the fall, and she was tested by anybody who does any sort of testing. She had physical therapy testing, occupational therapy testing, speech testing. They did all sorts of academic and learning abilities testing. Part of that was me. I asked them to test her for like anything, because when we tried to qualify her for services as a preschooler, I guess you could say we were a little bit too positive on her abilities, and so there's certain things we said, nah, don't test her there. And so then she ended up not qualifying, because we thought her physical differences would be enough to qualify her for services, and they weren't, because I didn't really understand how it worked. You have to be pretty darn far behind in a category to qualify, but if you can show you're a little bit behind in several categories, it's much easier to qualify for services. So that's what we did this time. But basically what's going to happen is that Annie gets something called an ISP, an independent service plan, and we have it all set up. She's going to get 4 hours of school at school, and it's she gets physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech, and she gets an hour and a half of academic support in the special education classroom. And then the rest of her school time is considered mainstream time, which we do at home instead of sending her to the mainstream kindergarten class.
That's per week.
That's per week, 4 hours a week. And so it's really nice, because we spent the last 6 years of her life driving to outpatient therapy for everything that she needed multiple times a week. And for us, that's an hour each way. And, we're trying to, raise other children too. It's not, Annie's needs are important, but other people have needs too. And that's been a challenge with everybody.
Here, I'm gonna lock this down.
Okay, and so we're really thankful for this, because now what's going to happen is they actually send a driver for just Annie. He's going to come pick her up this morning on a little school bus, take her to school for her school time, and they're going to bring her back. So during that time, the other kids are going to do their homeschool stuff, and Annie is going to go to school today, and it doesn't interrupt their family schedule. It doesn't interrupt the other kids' school and their learning. Everybody's going to get what they need, and it's going to be provided for Annie through the school system today. So
Mama's super happy. Annie's going to get some specialized schooling that she really needs, especially with reading and writing, things like that. And Mama doesn't have to load everybody up and take them to therapy.
And it's also great because the school system, all the therapies and things are provided through tax funding, and it's not counting against her insurance, because insurance gives you limits. Doesn't cost us any money other than the taxes we already pay. So it's really going to help her. It's really going to help me. And she's still going to do some outpatient therapy. School therapies don't cover everything, and school therapies only help with things that are educationally related, and there's some life skills things that Annie still needs support with. So we still will go to some outpatient therapy, but we're going to get some of it through the school, which is going to feel like a big load off.
Infected!
Maybe this first.
I see. Why are you taking a picture of Goofy?
Nanny's ready for her big day.
Start the show.
Ready?
Make sure you get her own thing.
Yeah.
Mommy.
So Nanny, what are you most excited about going to school for the morning?
I don't like being Mikey and I.
You don't want to. You get to leave Mikey and Ivy behind.
No, that's so not true. She is. Yeah. I'm trying to get a handband on my. Here.
I have one for you. You can hang on to that one. There we go. All right, now we get to the top.
Is it as big as the regular school buses?
No, it's smaller than a regular school
Like
bus.
those school buses that don't take very many kids.
Yeah, it's just for Annie. Annie's gonna be the only kid on the school bus
That's
this
gotta be
morning.
creepy, just being in a big
Oops, I
bus
missed a
and
piece.
you're like,
No,
where's everybody else?
probably a driver on there.
That's kind of creepy though, is what I'm saying. Because like you don't have any other kids in there.
All the other kids are already at school. They've been there since early this morning. Annie doesn't go until later.
I mean like the kids that are going to her school.
Yeah, they've already been there.
I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
How
The
much
ladies
boys?
get to go.
That's the question.
I don't know. You'll have to tell me how many boys there are in your class.
Why my cowboy? Ivy,
There's
if you
gonna be
put
a
right
lot of
there,
kids.
especially my cowboy
There
stings.
you go.
And then
Let me
it
see.
just shows us.
There you go. School bus comes, and with a quick meet and greet with the bus driver and helper, we get her loaded up and sent off for the morning. At home, we just do our usual routine. So the girls do their morning chores. I like to pair up big kids with little kids so they can help learn skills like doing the dishes. And everyone just gets their things done quickly. We have some general cleanup, like wiping down the tables and sweeping the kitchen floor. It's all divvied up so nobody has to spend more than 10 minutes, and then we are ready to go ahead and get started with our school at home. So in the morning, everybody is awake. So to keep the chaos less, we focus more on what the little kids need. And we make sure that there's lots of toys and activities at the table for the littlest of the littles. The older girls have their assignments all written in an assignment pad that I created for them. And in the morning, we just focus on doing things that they do not need my help for. In the afternoon, when Annie is back with us, we will do big kids school with things like science and geography where they need mommy to teach. Then we have a quick snack and we enjoy the nice weather while we wait for the school bus to come bring Annie back, and we'll all have lunch together. Lunch is a little later than it usually is since we're going to wait for Annie, so there's a little bit of complaining about being hungry, but I liked being able to have everyone together for lunch again. Okay, so Annie is back. So it was a nice morning and she was back in home in time to have lunch with us for the rest of the day. Did you like school?
Yeah.
Yes, but what did you get to do at school?
Swing.
You got to swing? Was there a swing inside the classroom?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. What else did you do?
Cut scissors.
You got to cut with scissors and practice your cutting. Did you meet any new friends?
No, I was too early.
You're too early. There weren't other kids there.
No.
Next Next time you go, I think there'll be other kids there for you to work with. So you liked it, though?
Yeah.
It was fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so overall they went really well. Annie actually goes 2 days. We have the time split up between 2 days, so it's not too overwhelming. So she'll go back tomorrow, and tomorrow there'll be other kids in the classroom with her. There'll be 3, I think they said, right? 3 other students that are in the special ed classroom at the same time working on the same stuff Annie is. So tomorrow we get to make some new friends. But if you're interested
They're gonna say I have a boyfriend.
If you are interested in learning more about getting a service plan for a homeschool student, you can check out the link below from the HSDLA, which outlines what special education rules there are in each individual state. You have your dress on backwards. So that you know what you need to advocate for in order to get your homeschooler the services that they are entitled to. Thanks so much for watching, you all. We will catch you next time.